Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Ryan Stevens here, aka Coach Thanos. I'm one of the head black belts at Graybeard Forge MMA in Conway. I'm a Combatives black belt. I've done Combatives all through my military career in law enforcement. So I just want to share some knowledge with the field. Sometimes this is what happens. We get so technical in all these things, we just need to bring it back to the basics. And so I'm excited about this series. It's white belt, black belt. I'm here with my buddy Rob, the North American hairless polar bear, and we're gonna be looking about some stuff. You ready for this?
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna do a thing called equal signs and goalposts. And what is that? What is equal signs and goalposts? Well, if I'm in a control position, I can issue pain to somebody and I'm gonna get what's called a common response. These are common things that people do when they're controlled. And I need to get them to a position where I can stop the fight. And that's called goalposts and equal signs. We're going to explore that from the mount position. You ready? Okay, so here we go. We're in the mount position. So the mount position is my legs lassoed. This is the dominant position. This would be the non-dominant position. My toes are lassoed underneath his hips. So I'm kind of crab clawing his body, and this gives me some sort of dominant position. Actually, it was funny. This is one I have to teach the least because it's like the schoolyard fight. Everybody knows this one. So basic position, I'm controlling him, and now I want to make sure I can end this fight or control this fight so I can get it over with. So what I want to do is issue pain to the face. If I'm doing competitive jiu-jitsu, maybe I'm messing with the collar to get their hands to do something. And what we find over time through training, 23 years on the mat, is we get a lot of common responses. Well, if I get a common response, I can predict outcomes with high probability. So I know that if I start to issue pain to the face, I'm going to get either equal signs or a goalpost. Equal signs or a goalpost. I'm going to get this from the face. So let's explore goalposts first. So I come down here, maybe I'm issuing pain here, maybe elbows, punching, or maybe I'm even trying to get the collar and the hands come up to a goalpost. So this is what I'm waiting for. I already have a predetermined response. What I'm going to do is I'm going to isolate one of the arms. I'm going to try to control one of the arms so I can either submit them or control them. So as soon as they do goalpost, immediately I'm going to bring out my C-clamps. C-clamps are like bulldozers. They're meant for pushing. So if I C-clamp, the purpose of this tool is to push. If I use a thumbless grip, or what's called a monkey grip, that's for pulling, because all 5 fingers are on one side of an object pulling. So I know I want to push this, so I'm going to use 2 C-clamps, right? 2 C-clamps on the arm. On the wrist, or what's called the handcuffing notch. 4 fingers on the elbow, thumb on the inside. Now I've got 2-on-1 control. Now Rob's strong dude. How much you weighing, Rob?
227.
227. 227. So he's a big dude, right? And so I know that if I kind of push this right here, it ain't gonna happen. My buddy Rob's strong. But what I do is I put my weight over it. That's hard to stop, isn't it? So now it'll come down, I put 2-on-1, and now without losing my balance, I'm starting to drop my elbow. If I want to elbow in the face, I can. I come down, now I'm 2-on-1. Now I went from a C-clamp, look at this detail right here. We went from pushing, now I'm gonna be pulling, so my thumb comes out over the arm because he's likely to push this out. So I wanna grab and that monkey grip. So now push your arm out, Rob. I have more control there. You guys pick that detail up? Now I'm gonna take my hand, I'm gonna put it palms down, and I'm gonna crawl my fingers underneath and jump over the fence and get my thumbless grips here. Now we're what's called an Americana or a key lock, depending on where you train. Now to finish this, a lot of people are taught to lift the elbow and paint the fingers, right? That's what they're meant to do. There's nothing wrong with that. That's good, but I'm gonna show you an extra detail that might help. All I'm gonna do now is take this wrist, I'm gonna motorcycle it, as if like I'm turning, instead of turning on the gas, I'm gonna turn off the gas, making my wrist go high to the sky. When I do that, it's gonna go ahead, I think it's called pronate. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe it's maybe it's pronate. It's where the hand goes to the sky. And when I raise my wrist to the sky, palm gets shown and I bring his elbow to his side. puts a lot of pressure on that arm. And we can use that to control, or we can use it to submit depending on what we're doing. So one more time with the goalpost, from the top, boom, I'm in the mount position. I want to end this, maybe, boop, or a hammer fist, right? The hands come up, goalpost. We know C-clamps are the tool. Boom, drive it down, elbow to the face, into the neck notch. I'm being good on my buddy for training. Palms down, I come underneath, jump the fence. I want to go ahead and expose the palm and bring it to a side for the submission. Or control. Hey man, calm down, man. Police are coming. Relax, bro. Something like that. Cool?
Cool.
Okay, what about the other response? So what I find is, when I'm here, based on all the time on the mat, I hammer fist him or honk his nose. They either do this or this. So we have a solution for that now. What about this? Okay, so if they do this, kind of like a scared motion, we're gonna use same thing, C-clamp. Immediately I see this, I go, okay, I have a solution for this. I've already predetermined, I've already determined what I need to do here because I've trained. So what I wanna do is I wanna C-clamp, I wanna put it on the handcuffing notch, elbow on the back side of the elbow, thumb on the inside, just like this. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start to drive it across his face, and I wanna put my head or my ear on the back side of the tricep. The reason for that is because if I don't, here, and my head's here, he'll just bring it back out, start to frame. So what I wanna do is be behind his head. I mean, behind his tricep. Now, I'm gonna come underneath, and I'm gonna C-clamp his wrist. I'm gonna get control. Now from here, I can shoot my arrow inside of the neck, and I can start to choke here. Some people call that a cobra choke, depending on what school you train for. I find in jiu-jitsu, there's a million names, you know?
What if you can't get that in there? We can't thread it like you got a fat neck like yours.
Yes.
There's no way.
Zip it. All right, good question from the white belt. Did you guys hear what he said? He said, what happens if I can't shoot the arrow in for the cobra choke? Which an invisible demo looks like this. I push the arm over, behind the head, grab the wrist, ear goes to the tricep, and I got it controlled. Now I use the arrow, I shoot through, grab my own wrist, and it creates a triangle, and I squeeze. That's what cause. But Rob says, what if you can't get it in there because you got a big neck like mine? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I like how he says yes, sir. That's funny to me, okay? So here we go. So we're in the mount. I know I issue pain. Boom, boom. Hands come up to defend. We know goalposts, we have a solution. Equal signs, we have a solution. C-clamp. We're gonna drive until I get my head on the other side. Drive, drive, drive. Now I come underneath. And like what Rob says, I can't come through here. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna open up my hips, right here. My leg comes open, and that's gonna give him space to roll. That's exactly right. He might roll on his own because he feels free, or I might drive his elbow and then pull him towards me. And then now this is a great control position where we can honk his nose, we can punch, or we can wait for the police. Hey bro, calm down, and I can wait and control him. Cool? Does that answer your question? Yes, sir. Cool. So we talked about goalposts and equal signs. And what are we doing here? What we're doing is we're predicting outcomes with high probability. We know that if I issue pain from the mount, the person is going to do one or two things. They're going to do this or this. That's the natural response. And students say, well, Ryan, what should I do? Well, you should guard your face. And there's a couple ways to do it. And if you do goalposts or equal signs, we know that we have a solution for you, and it's already predetermined. I don't have to wait and choose something. Soon as I see the goalposts, I know what to do. If I see equal signs, I know exactly what to do. And both of those are good for submissions or control, depending on what environment that I'm training in or what context I'm training in, either jiu-jitsu or the street. So pretty good stuff.
Great stuff.
Yeah, man. So, man, Coach Thanos, we're going to be filming some series. We're just regular dudes trying to bring common knowledge, basic knowledge. Sometimes things get very detailed. We just want to bring some useful stuff that's very applicable to the street or to jiu-jitsu to you, so you can watch our stuff. So please tune into our videos. We appreciate you guys. Coach Thanos, out.